kiwa mo kiwa o I hail you. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti bẹ́yìn yọ ó ti di woro sí woro. Na woro sí woro. President Trump ti yarí mọ́ everybody and you know that man. Tó bá ní nǹkan báyìí lóun fẹ́ ṣe ó máa ṣe kò sẹ́ni tó máa yẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wò. Ṣé ibi ni ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fẹ́ já sí nísìn àbí ire? Máa jẹ́ ká pàdé níbi comment section. Àsìkò tó máa kú ẹnu kọ́ lélẹ̀. Àsìkò mo ò fẹ́ kán gbọ́ mi, mi ì fẹ́ kán mọ̀ mi ì fẹ́ kán sọ̀rọ̀. Nàìjíríà ti dojú kodò, ó ti dorí kodò, ó ti dòdì àdá. Ẹ bá wa sọ fún bàbá Tinubu glory ẹyọkan tó wà fún wọn níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà lọ sí ni wípé kí wọ́n divide Nàìjíríà sí méjì. Ibẹ̀ ni peace ti lè wà. Ṣùgbọ́n ká tó máa wọnú ìyẹn lọ jẹ́ ń sáré gbé ẹdẹ́bẹ̀ ọmọ ìyá mi. Wọ́n ní breaking. President Trump stuns the world by preparing Department of War to attack Nigeria for what they are doing to Christians. Donald Trump warning the Nigeria government better move fast now. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn nìyẹn. Ó tún wá tẹ̀síwájú. Ó ní if the Nigeria government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country. What do you refer Nigeria as a disgraced country? Guns a-blazing to complete wipe out all the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I am hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist talk attack our cherished Christians. Warning to Nigeria government. Warning to Baba Tinubu. Screen. The Nigeria government better move fast. Ohun tí President Trump ń sọ fún Baba Tinubu ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá súnmọ́ Baba Tinubu tẹ́ bá rò pé kẹ́ wá defend kẹ́ bá kọ́kọ́ kúkọ kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí kinní kan. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ wípé President Trump àti USA government they have more than enough evidence. They have more than enough evidence in their hands, in their department. Ṣó wá fẹ́ gbé ètò wọ̀ síbẹ̀. President Trump ó ti ṣe kíni wọ́n ti send alert lọ sí War Department ní America come and get ready. Nigeria lelele. Ṣebí tí Nigeria government leaders tí ẹ bá fọwọ́ pa àwọn terrorists lórí tí ẹ sọ wípé àwọn tó sponsor wọn ní north tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ tí ẹ fọwọ́ pa wọ́n lórí tí ẹ lè dúdì ní fún torí kò sí country tí orí wọn pé tó jẹ́ same country tí wọ́n á rí terrorists tó fọwọ́ ra terrorists lórí wọ́n máa clear wọn off ni wọ́n wá wo Nigeria bí wèrè country. Ojú tí gbogbo àgbáyé fi ń wo Nigeria nìyẹn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lélẹ̀ mọ́ bó ṣe ń lọ. Wọ́n wá wo Nigeria government àti the whole Nigeria masses as a wèrè. Báwo lẹ ṣe máa pẹ́ẹ̀tì terrorist tẹ́ ẹ̀ pa innocent soul? How? Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ sọ wípé wọ́n pa Christian. Bàbá Fani Káyọ̀dé FFK. Ẹ wá wo fídíò yẹn bá mi share fídíò ìkó dọ́dọ̀ wọn. Support the Christian. If you are a Christian, at least support yourself. Má sọ wípé torí tèmi bá mi share fídíò yìí. Ó máa ní evidence nínú you know me. Má bá mi share sí gbogbo àwọn Christian pátápátá. Lọ share sọ́dọ̀ bàbá Ọ̀nànúgà àti the rest of them pátápátá tó sọ pé wọ́n pa Christian. Wá wo fídíò yìí.
If my government is denying genocide, what will they say about it? United Nations, European Union, take note. This is the genocide of people that were killed on the fateful day of 7 March 2010. Massacre at Dogona Hawa Plateau State. Names of big victims that were killed. Machineries were brought from Niger Republic. They were brought from Chad. They were brought from Burkina Faso, Senegal. They were hired into the nation. They mix up with those from Maiduguri. That's a Muslim state. Also from Gombe, Muslim state. In fact, they trooped into this place, Bauchi. This is the route that they took. By about midnight, they invaded this village. We are living peacefully in this Dogona Hawa. of massacre. Devil Bitrus, Chuan Bitrus, John Nash Ren, Ngo Isa Danjuma, all they are under the grave. Karos Nash Lydia E. Danjuma. See the name. 100 is moving to 66. Ended by Israel Simon, Lydia Bulus Chuang, Dalabi Dung. And look at this place too. Dadung, Dagong, Justina Gang, Sani, Pam, Victor Pam. To summarize, to go down to 126. Run up with Ungoti Tigop. We move also to 127. Dan Juma Bob, Victoria Zang, Test Cruz. You have been looking for facts. Look at facts. To prove that general government are biggest liar. If they taught them, they will say Muslims are also killed. By who? By Muslim terrorists. After they have eliminated Christian from Katsina, from Zafara, from Borno, what next? Then the Christian that escaped from the far north, Sokoto, they were able to locate and come back to Plateau State. Because, and they moved down to the south. They escaped their life. Now, the rural villages of Sokoto, Muslim state, Katsina, Muslim state, if you find a Christian, is in the town, the city, headquarters of the state. That's where there's security. But in the villages, Boko Haram have taken over the villages. Once you are a Christian...
No, Tiriboshin law. She Tiriboshin law. Ha! Kò má ṣe kékeré. Ẹ wo ibi tí bàbá referee yẹn tó dúró sí. Ẹ wo ibi tó dúró sí. Neon die. More than 500 cops ni wọ́n ṣe síbẹ̀. Innocent so wọ́n ṣe kankan o. They are not terrorists so wọ́n ṣe bandit o. Torí wọ́n jẹ́ Christian. Tó bá ní irọ́ ni ṣèborí tán list orúkọ wọn síbẹ̀. Ṣé bàbá Ọ̀nànúgà Báyọ̀ Ọ̀nànúgà rí fídíò yẹn ni? Torí ẹ sọ wípé ìṣe ni wọ́n exaggerate. Fẹ́mi Fani-Káyọ̀dé tẹ́ ní irọ́ ni wọ́n pa Christian nínú Nàìjíríà. Ṣé rí fídíò yẹn? Okay, bàbá Ọ̀nànúgà àti Fẹ́mi Fani-Káyọ̀dé. Ṣé rántí Deborah àbí ẹ ti gbàgbé sí yẹn? Ta ni ẹni tí ó yẹ kí wọ́n pa bí wọ́n ṣe pa Deborah just because ó lóun pass exam Jesus Christ ló help òun tó ń pass exam nínú group chat wọn school. Àwọn tó kù àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ wípé kó má sọ Jesus Christ kó sọ pé Allah ó ní no Jesus Christ. Torí pé ó sọ wípé ó dá glory padà fún Ọlọ́run ẹ̀sìn tó ń sìn. Gẹ́rí irú ikú tí wọ́n fi pa Fẹ́mi Fani-Káyọ̀dé bàbá Ọ̀nànúgà ṣé ká sọ wípé irú ikú tó fi pa Deborah kan fẹ́ pa yín ni? Torí ẹ sọ pé wọ́n exaggerate ni. Okay, tẹ́ bá tún ti gbàgbé ìyẹn náà, ẹ ti gbàgbé ìtọ̀wọ̀. Ní ọ̀sán gangan ní ọjọ́ Sunday tó ń wà nínú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tí wọ́n practice ìfẹ́ tí wọ́n lọ gba àdúrà. DNA eléni ṣe justice wa. Gbogbo ilé tẹ́ rántí ranta online. Ẹ kàn fẹ́ kọ́nà jó ìjọba bàbá Tinubu, ẹ fẹ́ bayé ìjọba bàbá Tinubu jẹ́ ni. For your information, gbogbo yín tẹ́ rántí ranta online tẹ́ defend nǹkan tí ó wà defendable. Kí U.S president àti government wọn kọ́ tó lè sọ wípé àwọn ready láti wá kó ogun wá tó ti prepare already báyìí. They have more than enough evidence. Ju ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà. You are just making fool of yourself. Ẹ kàn ń dá iná sí inú ìjọba bàbá Tinubu ni. Ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí àwọn War Department in America tí wọ́n fi message tó fi ránṣẹ́ sí bàbá Tinubu. Wọ́n ní do not test President Trump's resolve. U.S lawmaker really more wants the Nigeria government. Àwọn rep wọn àti àwọn War Department gbogbo wọn náà ti fún ránṣẹ́. They are coming to Nigeria. Ẹ wá gbọ́. To the government of Nigeria at official PBAT, Baba Tinubu. President Trump has provided forewarning. If you do not correct current state of inaction to stop the killing of our brothers and sisters in Christ in your country, the days of the U.S. looking the other way are over. It will never happen I urge you to cooperate with us in preventing this atrocity that wasn't every day. We want your people to live in peace, all of them, especially Christians. The president has been clear. I will not test his resolve. Many have tried and all have failed. We will not allow the gate of hell to prevail against the faithful. Ṣé ti rí mẹ́sẹ̀jì tí U.S government wọ́n fi ránṣẹ́ sí bàbá Tinubu? Bàbá Tinubu, èyí tí Báyọ̀ Ọ̀nànúgà àti FFK àti gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ kó sọ lórí igbá tán yàn shit torí gbogbo nǹkan tán sọ shit and rubbish ni. Èyí tó yẹ kẹ́ ṣe, ẹ jẹ́ lọ bá bàbá Tinubu kẹ́ bá wọn sọ èyí tó jó tọrọ. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ àrẹ́sì Gumi, ẹ lọ gbé Sátánà Sókótó, ẹ gbé Rúfáì gbogbo wọn pátápátá. The whole wide world náà ní list àwọn terrorist leader tó sponsor wọn náà. Ṣé rí wọ́n ń jẹ́ kó yé yín bàbá Tinubu àsìkò tẹ́ ẹ máa fọwọ́ ra àwọn terrorist lórí ti kọjá because gbogbo àgbáyé ló wo Nigeria leaders bí wèrè, wọ́n wo Nigeria country as a wèrè country. Yes, Nigeria leaders bí ìgbà tó ya wèrè nínú. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe máa fọwọ́ ra terrorist lórí? Ìwọ́n ti rí same country kan tí wọ́n ti rí tán arrest ọwọ́ wọn tẹ terrorist tó terrorize àwọn innocent so wọn citizen wọn tó wá ń pet wọn tó ń bẹ̀ wọ́n. Nigeria ni mo ti kọ́kọ́ rí. Ẹ wá ní kí Trump kó má wá. Àwa wí tán. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín ò mà mí tó kàn nú ọ̀rọ̀ yín o. Wọ́n torí ọjà yín jà. Ọjà níta ló ń jà lẹ́yìn kùlé àbẹ́ ìráyé àwọn eléyìí. Nigerian citizen wa mele tó kàn tó yẹ kẹ́ grab copy. You think you have Christian leader? No. Ẹ rí gbogbo wọn bó ṣe dákẹ́. But redeem. Wọ́n máṣì fún Israel nígbà tí ìjà àwọn àti Palestine tó le kokoko. Ìjọ wo lẹ rí táwọn Christian leaders in Nigeria nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n máṣì against bó ṣe pa àwọn Christian. Àwa rí àwọn tó fẹ́ dìde fún ìrànlọ́wọ́. Nigeria citizen wọ́n tún dìde rìn. Wọ́n ti ń believe nǹkan táwọn leaders wọ́n sọ. Nítorí crude oil country tó bá ti ní mineral resources iná máa lọ ń kógo jà. Wọ́n fẹ́ wá kó mineral resources. Ẹjọ́ wá kó ká gbá láyé kí security wà. Bẹ̀lẹ̀ tàṣe jọ ìwọ tó rántí online tó ní torí crude oil torí mineral resources tó wà níbẹ̀ ní US fẹ́ wá kó. Èrè wo ni great grandparents yẹ títí tó fi dórí ẹ̀? Èrè wo ló ti jẹ́ nu wọn Nàìjíríà? Èrè wo ló ti jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀? Kí ló kan ìwà àtẹ̀mí tá a jẹ́ citizen? Àjèrè kò sójú ọ̀nà, kò sí iná, kò sómi, education, pum, health-wise, pum, kò sí economy, ó dojú délẹ̀. Nigeria country, on one pick cup of grain, cup of rice. Yet, ó wá sọ wípé kíní, wọ́n lọ mú òbítíbitì billion, wọ́n fi lọ bẹ terrorists. Wọ́n bẹ̀ wọ́n, ṣé wọ́n ti gbọ́ rí níbi tó ti persecute one terrorist ni? The northern leaders and elders, wọ́n ní àwọn terrorists àti bandits, wọ́n ní security guide wọ́n ní, wọ́n dẹ̀ fi bò láíláí. Kí ló rò wípé Sátánà Sókótó ṣe pariwo wípé dandan wọ́n ní láti regulate social media? Torí gbogbo ariwo tá à ń pa tá à ń tú àṣírí ni. Torí ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń sọ wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé kó switch off social media ní Nàìjíríà kó má gbúrò wọn mọ́ kí wọ́n lè máa pa yín lọ. Ẹ wá rẹ́ni tó fẹ́ wá jà fún yín, ẹ̀yin tún bọ́ síta tight mineral. Èrè wo ló ti jẹ́ ní solid mineral? Àwọn leaders tó ń pin mọ́wọ́, àwọn ní ìjọba Trump náà fẹ́ lọ kojú kò kàn ẹ́. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa bọ̀. Ibẹ̀ ni kọ́kọ́ là ń lọ. Tá a bá sọ wípé Nàìjíríà ti pé wà nírọ́ ni. Ó ti pín sọ́nà méjì sẹ́ẹ̀, northern part and southern part. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún ẹ. Ṣé o mọ̀ wípé àwọn Southwest governor wọ́n ṣe meeting tí wọ́n lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta máa wò jókòó síbẹ̀ kó máa wò. Àwọn northern náà wọ́n ti ní pé kó put gbogbo differences àárín wọn. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé Tinubu ó ti dà wọ́n lédè rú, wọ́n ti divide and rule. Nísìn gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n ti ní láti unite against northern region. Àwọn ti Southwest náà against Southwest region. Jókòó síbẹ̀ kó máa sọ pé Yorùbá Nàìjíríà ò lè pín o. Wá wo fídíò.
The United States designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern for the purpose of genocide against Christian population. This means that the U.S. is now going to start official procedural proceedings against Nigeria in some strategic interests where Nigeria is a concern, especially in the area of weapons deployment, because they believe that some of the official weapons that is being supplied to Nigeria find its way into the hands of these terrorists that are committing such genocide. So an action is going to be taken against them. One of the sorts of concern with that designation is that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is not just standing on the CPC designation. He is also requesting that the House Appropriation Committee chairman and some of the committee responsible, like Tom Riley, to sit down and come back and report to him. And he claims that he will not stand idle by to see fellow Christians are being killed in Nigeria. Most possibly, there is a program or a plan for the boots to be on the ground in order to help prevent the genocide. Most possibly, this is also one of the factors that they are likely going to consider. It means that the general failure of Nigerian leadership may lead to the U.S. boots on the ground in Nigerian soil. And this is very, very damaging to this country. So it means that there is a general vote of no confidence on the current leadership system of the country. They believe that there is a general failure of leadership to provide security of life and property, and that they must do something extra to be able to help in provision of this protection for the life and property of some of the citizens in Nigeria that they're concerned about, especially the Christians. And I believe that's what it's trying to do. So here is what I want to say. The Muslims in this country should not see this as a direct attack against them. Rather, it's a direct attack against the militant terrorist organization. So, and there should be no issue of anger pointed towards some Christian population simply because of this is happening, but rather there should be a general consensus and understanding between the citizens of Nigeria so that we should all understand that there is a failure of leadership in the country, especially the political leadership and the security leadership, to provide the necessary protection that is required for a peaceful and prosperous society. And that is what led us to this problem. So the problem should be viewed from the lens of being generic, not from the lens of being religious division, that will lead to religious division between the Christians and the Muslims. And do not forget, the only interest group that went to the United States to present in the U.S. Congress this concern are the Christian population.
Ṣẹ́yìn náà ti rí, ṣé gbọ́ àlàyé àwọn ará north yẹn. So àwọn Islamic extremists tí wọ́n sponsor àwọn terrorists àti bandits gbogbo wọn together, wọ́n wá fẹ́ sásábẹ́ ẹ̀sìn nísìn, wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kó máa yé ẹ̀yin member, ẹ̀yin Islamic people followers wípé ẹ̀yin náà fẹ́ wá attack. Rárá o, ìjọba President Trump lóhùn bọ̀ wá attack ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí o. Àwọn extremist leader tó sponsor terrorists láti pa innocent Nigeria citizen, òun ni náà wọ́n bọ̀ wá kógun jà o. Ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, kí ló wá fa wèrè ń bẹ̀? Ibẹ̀ ni kọ́kọ́ là ń lọ. Tá a bá wá sọ wípé Nigeria ti pín, nírọ́ ni. Okay, 2027 northern leaders seek united front for region. Not for one Nigeria tó ń pariwo tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ti yí ohun padà. It's about northern region now. It's not about one Nigeria anymore. Jọ̀kọ́ síbẹ̀ kó má ṣe ránu kan jẹ́ lọ́tún. À ń sọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ẹ. Ó gba lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta pé àwọn Southwest governor, àwọn Yorùbá land governors wa, àwọn náà ṣe kí ni wọ́n ṣe meeting. Southwest governor leaders vow to rise above politics for regional unity. Àwọn governors wa ní àwọn ò ní fi ààyè gba politics, wọn ò ní jẹ́ kí politics bí politics dẹ̀ ni, wọn ò ní gbà kó dá òwòwò sílẹ̀ láàrin àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjìrè, kò ní pín wa, kò ní yà wá. It is about regional. Southwest governor leaders vow to rise above politics for regional unity. Not region. Southwest region. Kí ló ń gbọ́? Regional. Bàbá Tinubu, ẹ mọ nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ ṣe. Tẹ́ ẹ bá tètè pé Nàìjíríà sí méjì, northern part of Nigeria, southern part of Nigeria. Ṣé rí gbogbo tension awálẹ̀ wọ̀. Ọlọ́run, awálẹ̀. And history will never forget you for the best of doing that. Peace reign. Ara everybody àkọ́kọ́ wálẹ̀ náà. Ṣùgbọ́n kọ́rọ̀ yẹn lè yé wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká dọ́dọ̀ wọn. Ìjà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Àwọn Muric, bàbá Muric Akíntọ́lá ti káwọn èèyàn ìjọ, ó ti ń attack àwọn can leaders, àwọn Christian leaders nsìn, ó ti di woro sí woro. Ṣé rí wípé ní ègbé ni bàbá Muric Akíntọ́lá? Tinubu has been generous to Christians, while the betrayal to Trump, Muric to Khan. The Muslim rights concern Muric has leveled a severe accusation of disloyalty against the Christian Association of Nigeria, Khan. Muric claims Khan has betrayed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu despite what the Islamic rights group describes as the president's generous consideration for Christians in federal appointment. So it's all about appointment. Ta ló ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ appointment? Kí ló máa ṣe máa Akíntọ́lá Muric yìí gan-an? Kí ló máa ṣe yín? Ṣé àtẹ́lẹsẹ̀ ìfurọ̀ lẹ fi ń ronú ni? À ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n pa àwọn innocent people because of their faith. You are talking about appointment. Oh, Muric Akíntọ́lá, ẹ fẹ́ dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yín ní nǹkan tí kò ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn. Wọ́n á jẹ́ kó máa yé wọn wípé àwọn Christian, àwọn ni wọ́n fẹ́ bà ìjọba bàbá Tinubu jẹ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé Trump sọ pé òun bọ̀ wá bà ìjọba Tinubu jẹ́? Ó ní àwọn extremist terrorist sponsora. Àwọn bọ̀ wá fún wọn. Ẹ bá wa bèrè lọ́wọ́ Muric Akíntọ́lá, are you one of them? Why are you scared? Tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ ìkan lára wọn, ẹ máa bá lọ. Ìjọ́ wo lẹ ti mú peace wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ìjọ́ wo lẹ ti gbọ́ tó ti pa àwọn tí àwọn terrorists ti pa àwọn innocent soul, both the Muslims and the Christians? Èwo ló yẹ kó kúkú gbígbóná bó ṣe ń pa wọ́n lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wọn? Ìjọ́ wo ni Muric ti bọ́ síta tó ti condemn wọn? Ẹni ègbé ni yín sà. Gbogbo yín ojú yín máa bọ́. Àsìkò tẹ́ máa mọ̀ wípé Yorùbá land àsìkò yóò ti yàtọ̀ sí tàtẹ̀yìnwá. Ẹ tí mọ̀ kankan. Mo ní very soon. Ona monkey go market no go return. Ẹ rò péré ni. Ojú gbogbo yín máa bọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tó tẹ̀síwájú. Ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí Muric sọ. Professor Ishaq Akíntọ́lá, the founder and executive director of Muric, strongly criticized what his organization believes was the role of a certain Christian leaders in petitioning U.S. authority about religious killings in the country. Ìbàjẹ́ wípé àti ọdún táwa tẹ́ pariwo, ẹ̀yin náà bá wa pariwo kíní yẹn lọ lẹ́ni, ṣe rò wípé wọ́n petition débẹ̀. Wọ́n petition débẹ̀, ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ríro, ṣe bínú yín dùn. Ṣe bẹ́yìn náà máa ń fa wàhálà tẹ́ máa ní pé dandan àwọn Mùsùlùmí ní láti wọ ìjáàbù wọ Christian class school. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́ ní Islamic school, ṣẹ́yìn mú peace bá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà ni. Ara wọn lẹ́wà, ẹ máa bá lọ. Despite vehement denial of Christian genocide by the Nigerian government, U.S. President Donald Trump yesterday redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Akíntọ́lá said, ẹ tí rí nǹkan kan ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àlójú gbogbo yín máa bọ́, ara máa pa yín. Kí ló dé? Kí ló dé? Àbẹ́yìn ọmọjú tí gbogbo àwọn àgbáyé fi ń wo Nigeria wèrè. Because kò sí same country kankan tó ti arrest terrorists tí ò ṣe pọ́n máa clear wọn dànù ni. Nigeria ni country tó ti ń bẹ terrorists tó ń pa àwọn innocent citizens. Tí government wọ́n fi ìyà jẹ àwọn citizens, wọ́n gbóúnjẹ, wọ́n gba everything tó yẹ kó fi gbélé ayé, and they are not ready to do anything for them láti enjoy life. Yet àwọn wèrè kan tó ń pa wọ́n, ẹ wá ń bẹ àwọn tó ń pa wọ́n, ẹ lọ make peace pẹ̀lú wọn. Tá bá wá pariwo síta pé ìyà ń jẹ wá, ẹni kan arrest wa kan lọ tì wá mọ́lé. Ẹ dẹ̀ rò pé you are doing the needful, you are doing the right thing. Muric Akíntọ́lá, àsìkò tí Mùsùlùmí gan máa kọjú ìjà sí yín. Ẹ̀yin Mùsùlùmí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, Muric Akíntọ́lá ò bá yín, kò jà fún yín o. Kò jà fún yín kankan. Ara wọn náà ń jà fún, toró wà lára àwọn tó ń benefit nǹkan tó ń pè ní one Nigeria. That man has never been there for anybody. Mi fẹ́ kí fídíò igun jù ẹ pàdé mi lórí live show. Orúkọ tèmi ò yí padà, Yèyé Dára Kòwé. Ẹ̀yin Christian, ẹ sì support àwọn Christian soul tí wọ́n ti padà nù. Ẹ ṣe ìrántí àwọn tí Ọ̀wọ̀, ẹ dẹ̀ rántí Deborah àti àìmọye bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ wo àìmọye àwọn pastor láti Deeper Life, láti Winners, Bàbá Ìyédépò, láti Redeem àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tí wọ́n gé orí wọn dànù ní North. Ẹ̀yin Christian tó kù, àmì èèyàn tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí lọ́la. Speak now. Support them. Ṣé wọ́n deserve irú ikú tán kú just because they believe on their own faith? They have their own faith. Ṣé ó tọ́ sí wọn tó bá wọ́n àbẹ̀ tó ń fọwọ́ bò tó nítorí oyè kìíní kan? Irú ẹ̀ á ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ. Bye for now.